Hello all, and welcome to the zoo.
Why am I here?
Minions of the Zoo is a lovable ragtag group of misfits that sprang up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribe-Lite, Some Dumb American, and their joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Reject PPC and the TheOneTonHammer, the group rotates hosts known as zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host for this evening, TheOneTonHammer.
I will be your zookeeper tonight, Reject.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am the TheLuckyPoptart.
Inquisitor.
Sanguine.
Skep. Tock.
I'm Prospero.
Cassie.
And I'm Delahazed.
Regular streamers, they're known as minions, and special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yo and hello, good evening everyone, and welcome back to Minions of the Zoo. This is the... Hey look, I did the title wrong. That's awesome. That is awesome. I can't wait to get in shit for that. That's okay, I'll fix it later, it's no big deal. Guys, this is night stream 1414. I still managed to remember it. Yeah, I'm giving myself an unearned pat on the back. Fucking rights. With me tonight, I have the Hey Camel.
Good evening.
Johnny Hellcat. Oh, for a second I thought, maybe he got taken away or something. And finally, rounding us out, we got, I saved the best for last, we got Diamantis.
Hey everyone.
Guys, I'm your keeper, Delahazed, and yeah, we are in for a night. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's how Sundays go. Hopefully it's a good one, but I'm not putting any promises out there. Guys, how are you doing?
I mean, I was doing all right until you shit on me and Johnny right in the intro. I mean, damn.
Well, I mean, it's what I do.
It's par for the course for me.
It's,
This is true.
It's internalized racism.
If I want to get this kind of abuse on an internet call, I can talk to my dad. Shit.
I mean, if you feel like it. Alright, so tonight we're going to have some chit chat and just like normal, but while we're doing that, I'm going to be doing some editing for some video clips that I'm working on because I didn't have enough time, and I figured, you know what? I'll let you guys watch just in case. Just because there's something more to see, that's all.
I thought we were actually going to be playing Super Seducer when I saw that come up on the screen. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
A little bit. But...
All right. Chat, how are you doing tonight? I hope you are well. If not, well, we'll try and make it better, but, yeah.
If not, why not? You've got 15 minutes to fix it and report back.
This is true. So, anything exciting going on? Anyone got anything cool or interesting happen this week?
I mean, I think it's cool that I finally got to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 with Johnny. That was fun.
Nice. That is pretty cool, and it was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was good. I always love getting my ass murdered into the ground.
I mean, what's not to love about getting your ass murdered?
And I had no idea what was going on, so I just talked in the chat about some Twitter communists I argued with earlier in the day.
I noticed.
So, but today was kind of fun. Went over and took care of Nana Camel in the morning like I normally do, and then I had fun just trying to catch up to Sanguine in blocks on the Minions leaderboard. So
still got a long way to go for that.
I do have my work cut out for me, but I'm chipping away, slowly but surely. I don't know how to convince Terry that I'm not Jack Cochran, other than the fact that he's streaming with Monkey right now, and I'm here.
Well,
But
I've already proven my case. The torture streams are quite literally bad comic reviews. I rest my case.
I mean, that might fly in an Australian court where you got an emu for a judge, but nah, man, that don't work here. But no, something they were talking about on Monkey in the Morning before I hopped over here was an article from Business Insider about how men are applying to college less and dropping out more than women, and it's pretty much flipped the gender ratio from like the 1970s to now. I didn't read that article, but I did see a tweet from CNN where they had a video clip of Michael Smerconish interviewing some, I think, NYU business professor about it. And that's the whole point of what they're talking about. Hey, Eddie, how's it going? It's about, men getting left behind. And some woman replied to that tweet with some rambling nonsense. And then she ends the tweet by saying, easy answer. And of course, because it's rambling nonsense, I need clarification. So I'm asking, easy answer to what? And she said, the reason why more women are seeking college degrees.
Because there's not enough gender studies degrees out there?
Well, funny you should mention that, Johnny, because you weren't here when I told Della and Terry this story earlier. So I just responded back, I'm guessing you did a lot of women's studies in college. And the best part was, this is over the course of 2 days. She had to sit there and really think about her responses, I guess. I don't know. But she came back earlier today, and she's like, civil engineering. And my response...
Okay, race studies.
Oops.
Well, no. My response, which immediately got me the block, and then she went ahead and deleted, her replies to me. She says, civil engineering. And I said, well, that is terrifying. I hope you spent more time, pay more attention to detail at work than you do on Twitter. There's probably going to be some bridge collapse in the next 5 years that I'm going to be partly responsible for because I distracted this bitch. And I'm just going to go ahead and apologize now.
Fair enough.
There's going to be a bridge with fuck you hate Camel.
Fuck you, Horatio.
With quotation marks around it.
And just a big hole in the middle of it.
Little camel etched on the side.
But, yeah. And on top of that, did you guys see the Texas lawyer ladies today?
I don't think so.
Oh, that was a woman tweeted out about how one of the female attorneys at her firm, just moved back to Texas and had been refused a driver's license twice.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Think about this. These two women, between them, have almost a decade and a half of university-level education. Post-secondary and professional school education. And they can't figure out how to get a fucking driver's license.
Maybe they're part black.
They're gonna... No, they're whiter than me. But they're gonna argue some poor bastard from a jaywalking... They're gonna argue him from a jaywalking ticket into an electric chair. I swear to God. I pray for the souls of whoever walks into their office and becomes their client, because the law is not going to be on their side. It's maybe it's not just the rape accusations and stuff like that that's getting dudes to drop out of college. Maybe they just realize, yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to be around these kooky bras.
I mean, if you've got mandatory classes on why you suck, I mean, who's going to sign up for that?
Masochists. Terry. Still, it's a 60-40 split. There's still dudes willing to go to that.
Idiots.
Well, some of them want to be doctors and engineers. Oh.
What?
I think the girlfriend's home. I'll be right back, guys.
Oh, okay. Yep, no
No
worries. So, Johnny, how's things going for you, man?
Yeah, not too bad. I made a hot roast with rice. Used our rice cooker for the first time today.
Oh, yeah?
Turned out pretty good.
Nice.
And did a lot of cleaning. Probably more than I probably
I'm just going to say, Sanguine's not here. You don't have to talk about food.
He's got a point.
No, I didn't make the pot roast. It was in a bag. So I cut holes and put it in the microwave.
Fair enough.
That's as good as I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
That's more like it. That's what I like to hear.
I didn't saute it. I didn't marinate it in anything. I didn't make any gravies.
It's a fun word,
made
though.
for me.
Marinate.
The only thing I did was put rice in a container and cooked it. And that was about it.
Minimal effort. I like it.
That's what I like to hear. That's the way to go.
Indeed.
If it requires more than a microwave to cook, it's too complicated.
Even a microwave is pushing it on some days.
No, because, I mean, I'm fine with, like, popcorn. You just chuck the bag in the microwave, hit some buttons, and then just...
I said on some days.
Okay.
Not always.
It's,
So there are some recipes I'm looking forward to trying to cook in there with... supposed to be, like, gluten-free recipes.
Okay.
I'll try and cook some of that stuff in there and see if the youngest can eat it.
Well, hopefully. I mean, he's got to eat something.
Yeah.
This is true.
Well, he's a picky little shit, so trying to get him to eat it is one thing. Because he'll take a bite out of something new, and then he's just like, "Oh, that was good. Here, you want some more?" No, I'm good. I'm gonna go over here and eat the same thing I've been eating for the last 20 or 10 years of my life.
Kids are weird.
That's right.
That's why I was smart. I didn't have any
kids.
Exactly.
It's too late now. You can't take them back. But just...
Well, you never know unless you try, Terry. You never know unless you
Well,
try.
I can try and cram it back in there. I don't think it's going to work out.
Well, from what I hear, cigarettes are really good, but really hard to find. So there's always that option.
They turn you invisible. They're the ultimate camouflage.
Yep. But you're red, not black, so I don't know if it works.
Again, you never know until you try, Terry.
True.
Alright. What about you, Terry? Anything new or exciting or fun going on with you lately?
No, I bought a new board game, which hasn't arrived yet or anything, but I got a thing in my email saying if you buy a game in the next 2 weeks, we'll give you $10 discount. It's like, sounds good to me.
Right
so,
on.
I went on the website, like, look for something to buy. Like, yeah, this will do. So, there you go.
I picked up a couple of old games today.
Oh.
Well, these are a couple board games from over at Nana Camel's house.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe Johnny and I could have some fun making some kind of games out of them. One is Trivial Pursuit. Which edition is this one? Master Game Genius Edition. Yeah. The other one is.
Because I found.
The other one is Bible Trivia, the game where trivia is not trivial.
Interesting.
My wife does that one.
That would be good preparation for the Noah's Ark 3D Wolfenstein mod, because.
Damn, I was hoping to get Johnny on that one. I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun.
In that game, you get asked Bible trivia, and if you get it right, you get some of your health and ammo back. So, knowing your Bible trivia is going to be very helpful if you want to help Noah feed all the animals.
Yeah, I just figured we could get some of our friends together and be like, all right, we know you're all going to hell. Let's just see how fast.
I know very little of the Bible, so I hear that guy Jesus was kind of a big deal in it, so I know that.
I mean, didn't he do some sort of thing with like
all 13 varieties of them?
Didn't he do a lot of walking with like a group of dudes?
Yeah, something like that.
Fairly certain that's how that went.
So that makes sense. That makes sense. He walked on the water because he's Mexican. That's why his name is Jesus. It all fits. Okay, I know the Bible better than I thought.
Hey.
Well, I mean, it depends on which Bible I guess you're using. Like, don't the Mormons believe like Jesus came to Missouri?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, like he came to America to preach to the Indians, who are a lost tribe of Israel. Apparently, I think there was some Mormon dude who spent like a bunch of money trying to, like, I don't know, do DNA testing or whatever to prove that Native Americans were Hebrew. It's like, wrong tribe, dude. But I could go ahead and crack this open right now.
All right.
Yeah, we have that one, and we have I found Genus 2 edition, and I found Baby Boomer edition.
Oh God.
For the Bible?
No, for Trivia Pursuit.
So it says, like, I heard the King James, I hadn't heard the Baby Boomer edition.
King James is that basketball player, right?
God damn it.
I think this box is going to disintegrate before I actually get it open.
Oof.
Oh, yeah, there's actual... I've never even actually looked at the board. Oh, wow. Crosses, rainbows, and a dove.
There you go. What kind of game gives you crosses but no noughts? How are you meant to play that?
I think Mrs. Hellcat probably has more experience playing this game than I do, so you might try to ask her instead of me.
Well, and what's really funny is she hates trivia games. But yeah, like, I guess according to her, it's the only one that she actually can play and not be total shit at.
Well, let's play Trivia Murder Party, but Bible edition. There's got to be a way to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to actually sit down and read through this because I'm just pulling these cards out at random, and it's just...
Is it just question answer?
No, like it's got just like quotes from the Bible. Or no, okay, here we go. Oh, okay, one side's got the verse that it's from. I guess where you find the answer.
It's I'd laugh if all the questions are like, who begat, Jezekiah? And he's like,
no, Mr. Yes, they're all owned by Indians. He says, "Are there any?" Well, I mean, maybe Hard Rock, I guess, up in Tulsa, unless that closed. But yeah, they're pretty much all Indian-owned casinos in the state.
in response to Spud Gun, no, fuck you.
Whoa.
There you go. You're welcome.
But I don't want to be fucking angry. Why the fuck should I have to be angry for your needs? Fuck your needs. Goddamn selfish goddamn chat members. This is about me, not you. Get over yourselves. God damn it. Why do I even bother with these people? Will that do?
Again, you're welcome, Spud Gun.
I hope that'll tide you over till you find a more angry stream, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't match that. I can only just be like, get the fuck out.
Oh, what the? Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God, no.
First time seeing Richard up close.
Ethan Klein reveals Hassan Piker will be his new co-host on H3's newest show, Leftovers.
Oh dear God.
Just when you thought it couldn't get
I would have thought
worse.
those two being in close enough proximity would have been like an asshole singularity would form and it would explode the universe or something.
Like Time Cop.
You know, I never would have put like Ethan Klein and Time Cop together in my mind, but yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, let's go with that.
The only thing I knew about Ethan was the whole what's his name, humongous thing. So I thought Ethan was like all right because he was like helping this guy out, and then like turns out no, that was just like one thing he did that was not shitty, and then
wait, you mean that dude that showed up at was like the Seattle police deal or whatever, and like that lady was like, "What's your name?" He's like, "Hugh, Mungus."
Yes, that's
that guy.
The guy. Yeah, you just.
Wow. That feels like forever. Yeah, like I mean, God, that it feels like 4 score.
Yeah,
Right
I
ahead,
remember Zana Joshi was the lady that was like screeching her head off. That was such a stupid name, I couldn't forget it.
I wonder if we'd ever go find that guy.
Well, I think his real name is Rudy Pantoya, something like that. I'm sure if you look up Humongous, he'll give you his real name. So you should be able to track him down if you're dedicated.
Yeah, these two have all of the personality of like. No, not even that much person. Never mind. I was going somewhere and it fell apart.
Oh.
Not unlike a bridge that's designed by a lady civil engineer.
There was another one. She had to put messages out saying she's not the fucking nutter. If you mean Zana Joshi, I can't believe that I didn't see those. That sounds hilarious.
Oh yeah, that was her name, Zarna Josh.
Yeah.
And she put out that video like this. If you do this, it is.
Yeah,
Yes,
I feel sorry for any I feel bad for any dude that like she runs into that's legitimately named like Mike Hawk or something like that.
Bend over. Barry McCockiner is one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a good one. But that, and what got me is like she couldn't have been that much older than me. It's like, how could you be such a humorless cunt so early in life?
There's a will, there's a way. Speaking of will, how are you, Johnny?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, Johnny, feel my pain. Not even gonna deny it. Okay. Okay. See, I mean, at least I put up more of a fight than that. God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why I make the Jack jokes more than the will jokes. Like, you have to give a reaction.
Exactly.
What can I say, man? You know,
Nothing.
I'm fairly certain that Jack doesn't want to be confused with me.
He has been. Hasn't he helped the thing a bit once or twice?
Yes, he has.
So I guess that argument doesn't work anymore now, does it, there, Jack?
He usually likes it when I make the joke. So I mean, like he likes the tweet where I make the joke. So I mean,
right.
I'm just assuming that he's just taking pity on you for living in a penal colony.
that may be. I mean,
Do what you gotta.
it is a terrible situation down here, especially in Melbourne.
Yeah, man, I keep seeing crazier and crazier shit. Like, today I saw a video of a dude getting tackled to the ground and handcuffed for not wearing a mask in a park while he was smoking a fucking cigarette.
Yeah.
And I don't know what your metric bullshit means, but they said he was only like 200 meters from his fucking house.
So I believe 3 feet ish is a.
Oh, so he was 200 yards. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I can conceptualize that pretty easy. That's 2 football fields. That's not very far away at all.
No, it's not. It's the one of the ones that got me was they've already like got the guy on the ground. He's being restrained by like 2 or 3 cops, and then this other cop just runs up and knees him in the back for no reason.
Oh, was that like the video where like they had him on the street, like up by a building?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one the other day too.
Like, what the fuck? What possible reason did you have to knee him in the back? He was already restrained.
And there was another one I saw that I was like, they said that a dude had his skull cracked.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one too.
Had just blood all over his face in the concrete. And I was like, when I saw like just the blood, I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, the dude's like flailing around. I was like, I don't know if I'd be doing that with a major head injury, but okay.
Well, see, the cops are just trying to help him. Now that there's a hole in his skull, the COVID can just fall out. It's a new medical procedure. And now that I've said that, you don't have to use that medical procedure on me to any cops who are listening.
I'm just waiting for the sirens in 3, 2, 1.
He's got the soundproofing under the bridge taken care of.
I am legit worried that I'm going to be forcibly vaccinated though. Like dragged kicking and screaming, and sort of like, for your own good, we need to inject you with this bullshit.
Yeah, man, I know you don't like to go outside and everything, but like, get on a fucking plane and come to America while you still can, dude.
I don't think I can. At the very least, I think you need proof of vaccine to leave.
To fly, yeah. Well, all we gotta do is smuggle you out of Australia, right? I'm thinking if we can get you to like the Philippines, okay?
Yeah.
We get you on a plane from the Philippines to Mexico.
And then I just walk across the border.
Exactly, and then we just walk your ass across the border to Texas, and then we can pretty much figure out something from there.
Perfect.
Sounds like a plan.
And you won't even need to get a vaccine that way. Like, they just let in like 12,000 Haitians. Not a vaccine, one between them.
But I will get whipped by guys on horses. The leftist media was very clear about that.
I mean, my grandmama grew up in the Depression, dude. I've seen whippings. That ain't it.
So I did joke that maybe I should try and claim refugee status.
Maybe.
Okay, Mr. Yes, why do you want me to watch a Lily Singh video? What did I ever do to you, man?
There's no good that can come from that.
I mean...
Did I offend your mama's cooking or something? What did I do?
I mean, you don't need that kind of negativity in your life. You should cut that out. Just cut it out like a cancer, bro. No one needs that crap in their life. Get rid of it.
I think round off the torture, you've got Lily Singh and then follow it with Miranda Sings, and then just blow your brain.
See, that when we did that torture stream, I was trying to get Sinatra for that one.
Oh, okay.
Because I think when we did that one, it was around the time that he got like the full demonetization.
Yeah.
And
he had the stroke.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was, when we did that stream, it was sometime after both.
Yeah.
But I thought it'd be hilarious, like, hey, Sinatra, check out this other YouTuber on Netflix, and like just wait and see. It's like, do you smell toast?
If not, you're gonna.
No, the Miranda Sings was bad, but I do think Lily Singh is worse.
No, I thought it was really funny it was when we started thinking about recording them, because I completely forgot that you did a reaction video to that Miranda Sings the ukulele bullshit song about women's empowerment and shit.
To be fair, I also forgot I did that. I was happy to forget, and then you reminded me.
Who else did we have on that? Was it Sora?
That was Sora also. Yeah.
The reaction was just great because like Della and Sora had no idea what we were gonna watch, and this was back when I was still like actually watching the stuff ahead of time.
You know what? Thank you for reminding me about that. Who was it that sent you that, Camel? Go ahead and send that to Johnny too, please. That little Sing thing. Yeah.
That was Mr. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Send a copy of that to Johnny as well. He needs to suffer too. I haven't gotten you guys back yet for that.
There's a lot of people.
Now that I remember it again.
That's a long line you're standing in.
This is true. This is true.
And if you don't think I have enough ammo for this war, Della, come on.
War? No. Don't even go there. All right, no.
Don't try and pull that 1812 shit on me. Okay?
I ain't pulling no shit. This is not war. This is payback for a specific moment. You can understand. This is a friendly payback. You know that. Besides,
nah.
I didn't do that to you. Mr. Yes did that to you. I'm doing this to Johnny.
Mr. Yes ain't making me watch it.
I didn't.
He just sent it to me.
Exactly. So I don't know what you're talking about. This war thing going on. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't know there was.
I'll make it so you never check DMs again, Della. That's all I'm saying.
Done. I was kidding, Mr. Yes. I was kidding. That's what I get for using my serious voice. And Mr. Mr. Yes, I did see a question earlier. He asked when the next stream on my channel was. If you would like to know that, I invite you to go and watch the latest stream on my channel that happened just last night. There, you will find the answer in that stream itself. No, I like Terry.
Guess what? Another award show that nobody cares about happened tonight, apparently.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Let's pretend I care. Which one?
the Tonys.
The who's?
Oh, so the one that people care least about.
Oh yeah, the one that nobody cares about. 1 second, be right back.
All right.
No, I forgot the Tonys even existed until you just said the name. So
Look, there's only one Tony, all right?
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Danza. It's all that matters. Indeed I did. I do one on every Saturday now. Until December.
Okay, I'm back.
But yeah, it was a bit disappointing that the levels in Super Seducer that you streamed weren't like the best.
Yeah.
Like there's a sort of a dry patch like in the middle of the game.
Pretty
a whole
much.
bunch of ones.
Yeah.
It does get better by the end. It's just like all the girl ones and all the in the stand up comedy one are just like death. But then it picks up again towards the end.
Yeah.
And, when you're playing as Leo trying to pick up the feminist chick, that's pretty funny.
Fair enough. Yeah, we'll be doing Leo next Saturday, and then one of the ones after that one, which I thought I'd gotten to all of them, but apparently I think it's after Leo I stopped playing and didn't realize it, so...
I don't blame you.
That's fair, fair, but...
No, it does get better. The final chapter, the one where you're picking up the feminist chick, is really good. It's just that, yeah, you've got to slog through a fair bit of direct to get there.
Not looking forward to the foreign one.
Well, you don't have to do the foreign one because it's not in English. It's like it won't be funny because no one will know what any of the jokes are. Unless you're going to sit there with Google Translate.
Look, this is one of the few streams that is not blocked or in certain countries. I'm going to exploit the Japanese fandom. I will gain Japanese fanhood, all right? It's a small island with a large populace. It'll boost me into numbers I don't necessarily need but deserve because I decided I do.
I can't remember. I think it was Chinese that it was in.
Exactly why it's going to appeal to the Japanese. Stay with me here. Quit pointing out the flaws.
But no, I tried to play it because I thought there'd be like a translation option, but there's not.
Right.
So you can like look up the solutions.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing that happens will make any sense to anyone unless they speak Chinese.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll probably just well, I'll only do it if it ends up being like, if I can't get to a stream that's like, well, because like I don't want to do a stream where it's just one of the chapters and it happens to be like one of the smallest chapters and I'm done the stream in like half an hour or something like that, right?
Right.
So we'll see how it goes, but I'll figure something out.
One of the things I don't like about the third one is they've got too many multi-part things. So, like, there's, picking up a girl in, let's say, a supermarket. That's not an actual one. But they'll have, like, part 1 and part 2. And so, like, part 2 uses your result from part 1. So that's really just one giant level. They just broke it up into 2.
Mm.
And I found that a bit annoying because it's like part of the fun is seeing all the crazy situations, and if they're all two-parters, then you're only seeing half as many.
Right. And that's kind of why I'm making the clips as well as doing the streams, because what I'm doing for the clips here is I'm going back and I've recorded every possible, like, I did it where I input all the wrong answers, I input all the half-right answers and all the correct answers. So I got different endings. So I can do one playthrough of exclusively of only the things that will not work. I could do one where, for like, it shows all the answers that'll end up with, for example, a socially awkward ending. And or one for an average Joe or a super seducer, whatever ones I get, right? So it shows you all the different possible variables of what each level has to offer.
Cool. It's yeah. I mean, you can kind of combine that into 2 playthroughs because the red ones don't let you proceed. So you can do all the red ones, then a yellow one.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not doing it as a live stream. I'm doing it as a video.
Right.
So what I've done is I've just clipped out all the other parts so that you know what the prompt is and then what the situation is that led to the prompts that are being shown. And then it shows the prompts and the result of them.
Yeah. The third one, and I think they added it into the second and first one, there is like a movie option where you just watch him get it right.
Yes, I've noticed that. It's not in the first 2, but
no, he released a patch to add it to the first 2.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it yet.
Oh, that's weird because I played around with it in the first one. Like I downloaded the update and yeah, it's there.
Weird. Because like I got the new progress bar update. Because that's different from what it used to be, right?
I can't remember all the changes, but a lot of the stuff that they added in 3, they patched into 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Like there's an option that all the red options are already colored in red, so you know not to pick them. Like if you want to take it seriously for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put that setting, you can't pick them. They're red, and can't click on them. So you only see the quote unquote, real answers, like the half right and the fully correct ones.
Oh yeah, like in the I got those patches for sure. Like it'll give me the options before I start the chapter, like 3 different settings, like I could switch for it to do stuff like that before I start it. But I'm still not seeing, like I've only seen it in the play it as a movie part in the third one so far. I haven't seen it in the other 2 yet.
I'll have to reinstall the game and just have a quick look and see if it's there for me.
Fair enough.
Because I'm almost certain that I saw it in the first 2. But it's also like a dumb option. Like all the funny parts are in the wrong answers. What's the point of sitting there watching him get it right?
Perfectionists who don't really care about the game that shouldn't have it in the first place.
Yeah. Like if you're using it for serious dating advice, then God help you.
But the guy in the suit doesn't lie, does it? It's gotta work.
And, one of the weird things in the third one is he's basically like talking to you about what frame of mind you should be in. So like there's no girl in this picture, in the entire stage. It's just him saying, I shouldn't approach this woman. She's probably busy. And it'll say like correct or incorrect. And you say correct. And he goes, nah, man, they want you to approach. Like, oh, okay. Like, so that was a really stupid one.
I'm not up for a theory test.
Yeah. So that's the final one of game 3, and that's pretty boring. It's not funny. It's just him saying, dispelling myths that hold men back from approaching women.
I did see something else on Twitter earlier today, because I know nothing about the super seducer.
Well, that's your fault. You need to fix that.
Yeah, you should watch my live streams.
I don't need dating advice from a video game.
Good, because you're not going to get any.
Needs dating advice from a video game.
No one watches it for dating advice. They watch it for the hilarious cringe.
Yeah.
No, so apparently this guy, Frederick Joseph, got a chick fired from a company over an incident in a dog park.
Give her a pet raccoon. That smooths everything over.
Yes. Just don't give it to them at your place.
Oh yeah.
Wait, do you guys want to guess the races involved and which race goes to which person in this equation?
Not really, because that requires a minimal of effort, which I don't want to give.
I'm gonna say Mexican and Asian.
You would be incorrect.
I know.
Mr. Joseph is a black man, and the woman in question is a white lady. And got this.
Mind blown.
Yeah. Somebody put up a story in 4 parts, and it's this dude, Frederick. Cancel culture isn't real, but people like Charles Barkley make me wish it was.
Oh God.
And then I guess the first tweet from the thread that started this whole thing was at the dog park in Brooklyn with my fiance, and this white woman was threatening to call the police and told us to stay in our hood because she had our dog confused with another dog who had been barking loudly. So I started recording, and she tried to slap the phone out of my hand. He literally got her fired for like a 30-second clip that he posted to Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah. Apparently he's an author with like 100,000 Twitter followers, and they found this chick pretty fast apparently, and he even got in contact with the CEO of the company she works for, and that dude went ahead and fired her.
Huh.
But cancel culture isn't a thing, guys.
No.
Of course not.
No,
Never.
it's consequence culture.
That's true. That's very true.
Okay, you can shoot me right in the face for saying that.
I was at least going to be nice enough to do it in the back of the head.
Well, if you watch Johnny's stream from yesterday, you will see me shoot him in the head many times as Cable. So go check that out.
Many, many, many times.
I love when he was like, I feel like Juggernaut is pretty overpowered in this, and then still dies with Juggernaut.
Oh, Caution, correct me.
I think I did a lot better with him than I did, well, at least until the end.
Yes, because he is a bit of a heavy hitter, but that's the only thing that saved you.
Yeah, no, it would have been over a lot sooner. Right?
Terry's got a little bit more skill than you do in that game.
Caution is correcting me in chat. He said, no, she's Asian.
Okay, so it's half right.
See? More proof that I am not Jack Cochran. I couldn't even tell that she was Asian, Terry. Come on.
Was she thin enough for you to tell?
That's probably it. She's too fat.
I can hear him fucking groaning right now.
It's
I'm just going to sit over here and smoke my cigarette in peace.
But going back to Juggernaut, I do think it's funny that even though there's a glitch that doubles his damage, he's like no one uses him. Like the people who like play in tournaments and stuff, he's considered really bad even with double damage.
Damn.
I use him because I love the glitch and I think it's awesome. But yeah, if you wanted to win, don't use him. Like if you're like playing at super high levels.
Mm-hmm.
And really, it's just there's so many characters in that game that are just completely busted if you know how to use them. That it's not even that Juggernaut is bad; it's just that Storm and Sentinel and Magneto are just so insane that they just dominate everything.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing just watching like tournament people who are in the tournaments.
Yeah, for sure.
Just watch them play against someone, and they just like fly through the whole thing. I'm like, holy! You don't even need the 99 seconds, man. Like,
well, I mean, there's a guy called Justin Wong who is widely considered the best Marvel 2 player ever. Like, in the 20 odd years since that game came out, he's the undisputed best at it. And so, yeah, if you watch his YouTube channel, when he's playing Marvel 2, he will use, like, serve bot and roll and still win against people. He's that insanely good, and it's amazing to watch.
Nice.
crazy. Yeah, that's asking a lot of. There's a way now I'm beating that.
Oh, Spud Gun's here. He's from the UK.
Yes.
I've seen the same thing pop up on my timeline since the Emmys. Whenever that was last week, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Week ago, 2 weeks ago. I don't care either, but it's been a while.
Well, then
I keep
don't
seeing this thing
ask.
pop up on my
I couldn't. I honestly couldn't tell you.
This literally got reposted by Reuters 14 minutes ago.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know when the Emmys were exactly. Sometime here recently. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care when it was, other than the fact that I keep seeing this pop up. And it's some reporter asking Gillian Anderson about her, she won an Emmy, I guess, for her role as Margaret Thatcher in The Crown on Netflix. I've not watched a single frame of this show. I didn't know anybody in the cast, let alone that Scully was in it. And this reporter, the question they asked was if Gillian Anderson had talked to Margaret Thatcher at all about the role. You guys know when Margaret Thatcher died?
I was going to say.
I don't know when she died, but it was a while ago.
2013.
Oh, right, yeah. She lasted longer than I thought. I would have thought she died in the 90s. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how long The Crown has been on Netflix, but I'm willing to bet you it's not 8-9 years.
I would imagine not.
Wait. Costin is Canada? That explains why he always wants to mooch my money.
Yeah, he's a socialist.
God damn it. I thought he was just some lazy person. I didn't realize he was the whole goddamn country.
Yeah.
You sell out, letting yourself be run by Trudeau?
It all makes sense now.
Which means he is French.
Yeah.
God damn, no
and
wonder.
He probably does blackface too.
Oh, that's disgusting.
No backing out now. No backing out now, Corsten. You can't be confused and Canada at the same time.
I don't know, man. Have you read any Canadian news? Being confused sounds about right.
So how long is it going to be before you guys' next election, Della?
Well, they're scheduled for every 4 years. So unless someone decides to call one early for whatever reason, if they're able to, 4 years from now.
I mean, didn't you guys just have an election like
last
2
week or
years
something
ago?
like that? Yeah, 2 years ago it got called for whatever reason. I didn't even realize until it was happening, and then he thought that my suspicion and a lot of suspicions, and pretty much everyone who was in the debates, all the leaders that were in the debates that I saw were having the same thing, saying that he only did it thinking that people would boost the numbers they needed to get the majority that they didn't get the last election because of all the COVID stuff like that. But it had the opposite effect for that reason. Everyone was saying it was the wrong time to call an election, which it was. You're calling one during an ongoing pandemic that you guys can't seem to find an end to, and you decide that now is a good time to call an election, an early election?
Hey, as long as it costs him seats, I'm in favor.
Well, but how do you call an election when you've got it so that people can't leave their homes, and if they don't plan ahead, or something comes up even though they did try to plan ahead, they won't be able to do a mail-in voting kind of thing? Like, seriously, that's not a good time to do it.
See, in Melbourne, the guy who runs that is a lot smarter. He just shuts down Parliament so he doesn't have to answer questions about all the bullshit he's been doing. See, if you're going to be a corrupt dictator, do it that way. That makes sense.
Ours just ignores any questions asked and says something completely unnecessary. And then we'll repeat it over and over again anytime the question is re-asked or another question is asked.
So, How much longer is you guys' she session gonna last, Della?
Oh, that was so bad.
I mean, we may have a doddering old dementia patient, but he hasn't come up with anything that stupid yet.
You mean no one's come up with anything that stupid for him?
True.
Well, I give him credit for, making shit up on the fly when he can't read his teleprompter anymore because, he's got a blood vessel in his eye burst again or something.
Speaking of Cuck, though, while we're still talking shit about him, during the election season, I noticed I was making several trips downtown and back up while looking for jobs and stuff like that. And I noticed every time I would come back up on the bus, there was someone who, at the top of the hill, had a nice flag posted on the outside of their fence for everyone on the highway to see. And it was just a nice black flag with the white letters, fuck Trudeau, with a nice red Canadian or maple leaf in the U for fuck. And I'm just sitting there, now that's a nice, wholesome flag that I can get behind.
Yes.
Unfortunately, after the third time, I started realizing I've spent too much time listening to Prospero, because then it started becoming, not with Sophie's dick.
Well, see, we don't put that kind of stuff on flags. We just chant it at football games here.
Well, unfortunately, the flag has now been taken down for whatever reason.
Oh,
I'm a little saddened by that. I noticed that today, but I'll have the
To
memories.
answer Mr. Yes, it's because they're sheet-hearted. That is the reason they keep voting for it.
God damn you guys.
No, the last thing I saw about Trudeau in the lead up to the election was somebody asking him about COVID restrictions and how they had way more people in a group than like the restrictions would allow. It's like, so did you guys get a exemption or something for that?
Oh yeah.
And of course he didn't answer the question. I was like, well, he may be shit at governance, but he's good at politics. He managed to not answer that question like a real politician.
That's probably the one political thing he can do. Well, that and make empty promises. Piss off. And piss off his the people he's governing.
I think he just has the benefit of a Canadian press. You guys are too fucking nice.
Well, no, that's not true, because Rebel News.
Well, that's an outlier. That doesn't count.
Well, they've been getting their legal status and stuff like that, but they're still getting treated like shit. They're getting their full-fledged, they're getting legally noticed as full-fledged media, but like by the courts and whatnot. But it's the politicians and other media that are not giving them the chance and stuff like that. So
I thought it was pretty brazen of Trudeau to be like, "Oh, Rebel News? Yeah, I'm not talking to you."
Yeah, and then so did every other politician that night too. That was just like, seriously, fuck off.
I mean, I'm trying to think. We've had politicians like just ignore different outlets before, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but to flat out say that, and like, I know that like Trump was all like fake news and or you guys are just fake news, stuff like that, and yeah, that works. But to sit there and say you guys are not a legitimate news outlet, you guys are just sitting there to troll people, that's a little different. Unless it's true.
Well, I mean, they've been doing that to Fox News down here for decades at this point. They're calling them faux news and everything.
Yeah.
So, or no, is it Fox?
It's faux. It's FAUX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They went all French on you.
Yeah. Bastards.
Well, I mean, they are liberals, so.
No excuse.
But yeah, so I mean, that's just, I was like, dude, like, you've got this guy dead to rights. I mean, obviously you can count past 25. You see that there's more than 25 people in this room. You know, it's a yes or no question. Did you get an exemption? And like, imagine if that had been like Trump, like talking to the White House press corps. They would have been like, no, yes or no, sir, yes or no, Mr. President.
Exactly.
And if that guy dropped the ball, the next reporter that asked me a question would have picked it right up.
True enough.
So I was just like, wow, you guys, you guys really need to start, just not being so damn nice to your politicians.
I'm going to do a Camel and just point out something I saw on Twitter.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I'm saying it's a thing. So someone said, if you can't handle me randomly blurting out song lyrics that relate to what you just said, we can't be friends. And that reminds me of when I was at work and someone got annoyed at me and said, do you have to turn everything into a song quote? And my response was, if you don't know me by now.
I was doing that.
God damn it, you're a worm.
I was doing that over in Monkey's chat before I came over here. Somebody kept just teeing him up too. So, I've been there. I
was just so happy with how quickly that came to me in the moment because they just looked so annoyed that I did that to them. And to Mr. Yes, I don't know what a Cowboy Bebop is. I think he was friends with Rocksteady in the Ninja Turtles, but I'm not sure.
No, that was just Bebop.
I too will answer this question with a simple none. Don't know, don't care,
I
don't plan
appreciate
on
that
it.
Mr. Yes knows me well enough to know that I know nothing about anime.
That's an anime?
Didn't even bother asking me. Cowboy Bebop? Yeah.
Fuck if I know or care.
Well, the only reason why I know about it is because of the whole controversy with the chick that's... Yeah, the Netflix remake.
I heard about the I heard about the whatever it is, but I don't really care enough.
It was just your standard BS. The woman, the female, the actress that was cast to play Faye Valentine. She went on Instagram or some other social media, I think, doing little clips, video clips, just shitting on the fans, and explaining why the costuming doesn't match the anime. And it was all just a bunch of nonsense.
Was that the one where the actress was that really sarcastic video?
Yeah.
I'd have to go back in time and get my parents to give me better genes. And
see, I wouldn't even give her the benefit of calling it sarcastic. It was just dumb.
Well, yeah, I was being nice and assuming she meant it sarcastic.
Well, I spoke to a civil engineer earlier today, so I'm not giving anybody any grace at this point.
That should just be your go-to reasoning. Well, I spoke to a civil engineer a while ago.
So no free passes.
That'll be like my I stayed at a Holiday Inn once.
No, but a civil engineer blocked me on Twitter, so...
Just for the benefit of Mr. Yes, I did put it in chat, but the only anime I've seen is Pokemon. And not even much of that. I used to watch it a little bit when I was a teenager.
The extent of my anime knowledge is Dragon Ball Z and part of Death Note.
Oh, good point. I did watch one episode of Dragon Ball Z.
There you go.
I watched one episode. Nothing happened in the entire episode, and I refused to watch the second one.
They didn't even charge an attack?
Well, they charged an attack
for
30 minutes. And
of course. I mean...
They charged an attack for 18 minutes, and the other 5 minutes were here. Hey, I'm going to charge this attack.
Charging my attack. Charging my attack.
This is why I hate the delay between us talking and the chat responding, because now I really want to know what made Keeve laugh out loud.
There's not much of a delay between us and them. It's on ultra low latency. So it's 3 to 5 seconds.
Oh.
I think she's laughing at her own joke.
There you go.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought it was my civil engineer bit.
Maybe it was. But just by reading of the chat, it looks like she made a joke and then laughed at it.
Nice.
No, the kids are fine. So far, everyone at the house has a fever. And
The only prescription is more cowbell?
More cowbell.
Let's hope that it is the only prescription they need.
Johnny's just going to sit there and play Don't Fear the Reaper on repeat until they get better.
I'll walk over to the cowbell, just...
Whatever works.
Beat him over the head with it?
Whatever works. I'm gonna beat the sickness out of you. I'm gonna beat the sickness out of you. Just like in the olden days.
Well, that's what the Australian cops are doing to people with COVID.
Exactly.
They're beating them up to get
Choking them?
Yeah. Well, if you can't breathe, you can't inhale COVID. That's just common sense.
George Floyd was ahead of the game, is what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he didn't get COVID, did he?
Actually, he did.
I thought he
No, well, he overdosed on fentanyl, but he had COVID before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like, if there hadn't been a video of that dude like just sitting on his neck, they would have counted that as a COVID death.
Okay, well, in that case, if you can't breathe, you can't exhale. And if you can't exhale, you can't expel COVID.
Yeah, you can't give it to anyone else.
There you go. That cop is a hero. No, I'm just kidding. Don't ever... No, I'm going to get in so much trouble for that.
Well, that brings me back to the race war going on Twitter between the call center Indians and the black folks. If you guys haven't seen that on Twitter, oh my God, it's hilarious. Although by now, with all the quote tweets, you're going to have to scroll through a bunch of quote tweets saying, oh my God, the quote tweets.
Can I request that you not screen share those particular
No,
tweets?
I'm not screen sharing those.
I would, that would be a very highly suggestible path to take.
Yeah, I'm not screen sharing any of that. I will let them find it on their own.
Well, look at that. It was nice being a minion while it lasted. Bye, guys.
There are a few gamer words involved that we don't want the minions to get taken down for.
Yeah. If I'm going to nuke a channel, it's going to be my own. I'm not going to do it to somebody else's.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Johnny, yeah.
I'm sorry, do you still have a channel or not, Johnny?
The only thing that I only was going by is the slur that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I just looked up that. And that took me right to it. Holy. And,
Yeah.
and there's no subtlety behind this tweet at all. It
No,
is
there's
all
none.
in.
Oh, man.
You can tell that tweet was written by somebody who speaks English as a second or maybe even third language because they just went straight to it.
Oh,
But
my goodness.
yeah, folks, I have read slurs tonight that I didn't even know existed. And that's saying something. Like, I asked Johnny, I was like, what does this mean? He's like, it's a racial slur. But what does it mean? Just and all of it started because somebody decided to share a video that they thought, oh, this would be a fun video to share.
One tweet, I hate that racism can be funny sometimes.
Yeah.
See, now, like, I when I was working for the tribe, I would tell jokes to the two women that I worked with because they didn't know any of these type of jokes, and of course, they would laugh and they're like, oh, that's horrible. You shouldn't be telling jokes like that, But this one girl, she finally told me, she's like, why do you keep making racist jokes? Like, you're not a racist, racism isn't funny.
Yeah, it is.
I said, no, racism is not funny. It's hilarious. Exactly. Are you kidding me? Now, I mean, if I see somebody who's like, being legitimately racist, yeah, they're an asshole, and I want nothing to do with them.
Of course.
But you got to admit, some of those jokes, goddamn.
Speaking of racist jokes, if you would like to see more of them, tune into Quippers United or The Corner.
Yay!
I'm going to be holding on to this one
Oh
for a
boy.
special occasion.
Oh boy.
Oh, man. I got to put that in a file somewhere.
Oh yeah, I've gotten so many memes out of this already too. Yeah.
It's not even a meme; it's a reply. What?
Damn.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I mean, I just went through the quote trees like, I'm stealing that, I'm stealing that, I'm stealing that. And so, oh man.
Saved.
It was like watching it was like scrolling through a Mike Headley like offensive meme thread for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Man, it's hard to tell if it's allergies or hilarity because I am bawling.
Oh, I spent a good half hour just holding my stomach from like the laughter pains. Some of the people responded to that was just too much.
I wonder if that ever works. Show me your boobs if you hate racism. Ladies, would that work on you?
I mean, if it wouldn't, you're admitting to being a racist, so
I mean,
bear that in mind.
technically, that is exactly what I just set you up for, but I guess. Men, don't feel obliged to answer because I don't want to know.
We just assume the men are racist, that's it.
Well, I mean, it's inherent.
Yeah.
So I'm slowly building up the Twitter following. I just got another follower.
Nice.
No,
Yeah,
Mr. Yes. No. There are children in that server.
I mean, it is nice, Terry, but at the same time, like a bunch of the new ones have been bots, like just blatantly so.
Most of the followers I get are either porn stars that are like hoping I'll follow them back, or bots. Probably both at the same time.
Yeah, like the one that just followed me just created their account like last month.
Yeah.
And it says top 9.51% of, and they didn't even put like what porn site they're supposed to be on for you to go subscribe to.
Oh gosh.
Because yeah.
Like the porn sites are getting lazy, man.
I get a lot of followers that have literally 0 tweets.
Yep.
Oh, this one literally has one.
Yeah.
I used to have a porn bot, and back when I think it was when I started like reusing Twitter rather than just keeping on it for like stand-up comics that I followed. I was like, man, I think the only followers I have on here are porn bots, and they don't even think I'm funny. And one of the porn bots actually liked the tweet.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, oh shit, I'll take it.
I find it insane that I've got almost 400 followers. Like, I don't know why anyone who's not my friend would follow me on Twitter.
We don't call them medicine men anymore, Mr. Yes. It's called the IHS.
Huh.
And I don't even go to the IHS because my tribe does their own medical services. So.
And no one wants to do the IHS.
I mean, let's see. I think there's an IHS hospital like west of me, but when I think of the IHS, I'm usually thinking of like Tulsa, Oklahoma City. Yeah,
And
those
the
areas.
IHS is I hate
In-
something, which is
Indian
before
Health
he developed
Services.
his YouTube channel. Into I hate everything.
Yeah, it's just Indian Health Services, Terry.
Well, that's a lot more boring.
Yeah.
Here, I'll give you a little bit of a helping hand there, Mr. Yes, by sending you a message back.
All right.
Oh, he doesn't have Twitter, so he said he's not going back.
Oh, never mind.
I'm not putting screenshots of that in the Discord.
Yeah, no, like
Johnny's kids are in there, and we don't need them getting suspended
Exactly,
from school for something they read.
and yes, it has a casino, but the casino is set up in an entirely separate room, which we can set who has permissions to go in there or not. So
I don't think they have a lot of permissions in there. I think
they better not, or I have to go redo things again.
But also,
it's him, I guess.
It's not betting with real money either.
That's true. That's true. It's not real game. It's not real gambling.
Yeah, it's not. It's
But I
the
think,
point.
yeah, Pocahontas they're not allowed in,
No.
and
Probably good choice.
I think pretty much anything but the general and art, like general art and art, he can go in. Music.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
The only
Everything
things
else-
they'll need.
Everything else is locked for him.
The only things they'll need on that server.
Yeah. He doesn't need any of that other shit.
No. Hell, he doesn't need any of that shit, but, you know, I'm generous. I'm Canadian. What can I say? I'm a giving person.
So I just learned something new.
Ruh-roh.
Apparently, sardines are like the moths of the sea.
Oh?
How do you mean?
It's a CNN tweet. Says, as night falls, a group of fishermen set sail off the coast of northern Taiwan, where they prepare to catch sardines with a traditional method: fire.
Huh.
Yeah, so this dude's got like a torch, like a gas torch, and he's just holding it out over the edge of the boat, and these sardines are just hopping right into the fucking net.
Maybe he was just a Doors fan and he's trying to literally set the night on fire.
I feel like we started something here, and it's not going to end well.
Nothing on this stream ever does. You get used to it.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
just because they have a fire doesn't mean they're the ones that started it.
It's got a bit of
It could have just always been burning.
Yeah, since the world's been turning.
If I have that song stuck in my head, so help me God, Terry.
That was cool.
No, that's okay. You can go ahead and blame Terry. I'm all for that. The Avengers version of that was rather fun.
Which one?
The Stan Lee tribute where the Avengers cast and Jimmy Kimmel did "We Didn't Start the Fire." That was rather fun.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
The only Avengers song I know is The Room, Songified.
I mean, that's the only one worth knowing.
Yeah.
You're tearing me apart. Oh, hi, Mark.
It's a catchy song. I mean,
oh, yeah.
If you like The Room, and you should, then definitely check out the songified version of it.
You know what's a little upsetting, Terry? Just before we went live, Tommy Wiseau started a live Q&A on his channel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was a little
Hi,
depressed.
chat.
If he doesn't open it that way, I am so hitting the thumbs down.
Keep your stupid greetings in your pocket.
Even better.
Oh, hi, chat. So how's your sex life?
You're my favorite customer.
You are tearing me apart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi, doggy.
And like every time he gets a donation, the sound effect should be, "Where's my fucking money, Danny?"
So, hey, did you guys see that interview that Bill Gates did where they asked him about Epstein?
No.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my God, that was so awkward, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like if I didn't think that Bill Gates was touching kids before, like I kind of do now. I really kind of do. And I mean, before, I mean, he still, he had the look, I mean, how many people do you know that actually wear a sweater over a button-up? That's got to be like clue number one, doesn't it?
Oh, God. That's some friendly day in the neighborhood shit right there.
Unless your name is Pugsley Adams.
No, see, Mr. Rogers, he had like a sweater vest, like the button-up sweater vest. That he didn't have a pullover sweater.
Didn't he?
No, man, he had like a little house coat sweater vest.
I'm
thing.
looking this up.
If you've ever heard of Tom Papa stand-up, that guy is made by Old Sperm Kid. He's an Old Sperm Kid.
Yeah,
Mr. Rogers or
bullshit.
Bill
He had.
Gates?
Oh no,
No,
he
Bill
had
Gates.
the fucking.
Gates.
He had the sweater blazer over the dress shirt and tie.
Yeah.
It wasn't a vest. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's more like a house coat,
Okay. You said it was a fucking sweater vest.
Well, then I corrected and said like a house coat.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. All right.
But yeah, like Bill Gates is in there, well, he's dead now, so you got to be careful. Like, what the fuck did you just say?
Well, we were
I'm sorry,
worried about
what,
that,
sir?
but he's dead now. Well, we were worried about that, but he's dead now, so yeah.
But no, it was just like he had that whole Ricky Bobby thing, like he didn't know what to do with his hands. He's like, well, I mean, he's dead now, so you got to be careful. I'm sorry, what?
Careful of what?
Careful of getting caught? Careful of what, Bill? What do you got to be careful about?
Hillary,
See, I
we
should
know
have gone
that.
into journalism, guys. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I should have been a journalist, and then we could have got some straight answers.
Maybe.
Oh God, is this what I think it is, Johnny?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh God. Okay, we're going to Urban Dictionary.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Oh. Well, I'll just
I'll send you the.
yeah, I'm just so how's it hanging in the dark there, Terry?
God damn.
What's up?
I said, how's it being left in the dark there?
Oh yeah, I've got no idea what you guys are on about. So.
I got no idea either. I'm just okay.
I'll send you guys the.
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay then.
And like they have
Oh, wow.
They have multiple examples of usage.
Yep. Okay, that's it's true what they say, folks. You learn something new every day. I'm sorry we can't share it with the rest of the class, but I like being able to do this every week.
I sent it to you in the DM there, Mr. Yes.
That one's definitely going on the list.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, the good news is I have a name for United next week.
There you go. There you go, Terry.
Yeah. Yeah, what you guys just heard, like, for the past, like, 2 minutes, that was me for, like, a half hour, 45 minutes straight.
Right, Mr. Yes?
Oh, gosh. That's interesting. Like, as soon as I saw the link, and I saw the first half of the word in the link, so I'm like, oh. And then I saw what it was a little list of links that pertain to it, and then I started reading. Oh, okay. Just that's when more O's just kept coming out. Ah, you said it to yes?
Yep.
Nice. All right.
Oh, man. Damn near brought tears to my eyes.
Well, it certainly did to mine.
That
Well,
brought
I
something.
suppose the main problem is if I do use it as a name, people might think I'm Moonshock. Like, it might be worth trying to convince him to use it.
I was about to say, like, convince him.
I was just gonna say the same thing. Yeah.
Or Sora.
Oh.
Yeah, true. That works as well.
Luna. Oh. Yeah. Too much fun.
I was like, I had to go to Twitter and find someone from half a world away to teach me some new racism tonight.
It's true what they say. Everything evolves.
Oh, I don't know where we go from there, guys. I really don't.
I honestly don't too, and I feel bad because I don't want to end on like, well, what the hell is that all about?
Obscure racism.
Like, I'd like to at least give them something to before we end, instead of just like, well, now I want to know, you dirty bastards.
Well, I mean, when Mr. Yes was asking about the kids, we're concerned that they actually may have the Rona. So they're going to be seeing how they're feeling tomorrow, and if their fevers are still up, they're going to go get tested.
Right.
So we'll bring that down awkwardly. Like,
Yay.
yay. Which means if they test positive, that means I have to go take tested.
Yeah.
I think Della and Camel should get null DC Bear so that we can all play various video games together for the next game stream. There you go.
I would have
Bringing it back to something wholesome so that you don't have to end on racism.
That is a very good point. Where would I have to go to look into that?
I can send you the link. It's basically just an emulator, but it has emulators for like every single system from like the Atari through to the Dreamcast.
Perfect.
And it's got a whole bunch of downloadable games. Like there's just a free DLC section where
it's got the ROMs there for you.
Yeah, in any game that came out on any of those platforms, you can download.
Right. That'll make things easier.
Except for Sexy Puzzle, that one does not work.
Never heard of it.
No, it's Japanese porn.
God damn it, Johnny. It's people like you that make anime weird to watch.
I just assume that all anime is hentai.
See? That's what I'm talking about.
If that were the case, don't watch Redo of Healer.
Or do.
I'm pretty sure.
Whichever. If you're into that kind of thing, you know.
If it,
I mean, to be fair, that I found that hilarious once I got past the unnecessary part.
Oh yeah.
Well,
and there's a lot of unnecessary in there.
Oh yeah.
I remember you trying to explain the first episode to me, and I just ended up having more questions than I started with. So
that sounds about right.
There was another one that like Johnny, Snubberth, and Gunsky all pretty much talked me out of ever trying to watch. I don't remember what it was called, but their descriptions of it was enough to do like the Homer walking backwards into the shrubs meme for me.
Was it the one about the reviewers?
No.
Huh.
There was a dog involved.
Ew. That's unnecessary.
No, shit. I'm trying to remember what the backstory was now, because like it was just like a single frame from like the show, and it showed like this dog-looking creature, and like the only like subtitle or whatever it just said like brother question mark.
Oh, Full
yeah.
Metal.
Yes.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Cynic got it, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I get so mad anytime I see that reference. That is just, how dare you put that much emotion in the scene?
Like, no, I've been thinking about getting because my wife right now we're watching the time I got reincarnated as a slime, and I was thinking
Which
about
one?
The first season.
Okay. Oh wait, yeah, no, I'm thinking of. There's so many different reincarnated and slime titles. I was thinking of something else.
Yeah, not the other one. That was boring.
Which one?
Blessing of the Gods.
Yeah, not the one I was thinking of either, but probably, but still boring.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was on a Twitter thread with I think Johnny and like him and Jack just started talking weeb, and I was like, you guys know I don't know what the fuck you're saying, right? and then Snubberth just came in with like the Full Metal Alchemist. I was like, excuse me, what? I'm just gonna back away slowly now.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, basically, it's a guy takes his daughter, his only daughter. A widowed guy takes his only daughter and her pet, and fuses them together in order to keep his government funding coming in.
See, my entire knowledge of anime besides Pokemon is one of them has a large-breasted midget with a sharp tooth that Gabby and Vince just love posting pictures of. That is my knowledge of anime that is not Pokemon.
Huh.
Yeah, the one time I sat down and started watching Death Note, the girlfriend, she just pokes her head out of the kitchen, she's like, "Are you watching anime?" I looked at her, I was like, "It's Death Note, don't judge me."
It's acceptable.
Just in this like if I had a list, you know.
Speaking of, where am I to get the mod that you are looking at getting? That I need to be getting.
The what?
Mod?
The mod what?
Among Us mod.
Oh, I can help you with that after the stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
The problem with Among Us is finding the people. Now that it's not like the super popular game, it's like going to be hard to find people like, yeah, I'll reinstall Among Us just to play for a bit.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Yes has been asking questions for me and Johnny about like our tribes and stuff. I wish our tribes were half as cool as you seem to think they are, Mr. Yes. Like, I've done plenty of drugs. I've never gone on a vision quest. No.
And there's two types of sweat lodges. There are the traditional, which is, they're done on reservations and whatnot. And then there's white people sweat lodges, and those will kill you.
I think they just call those saunas, Johnny.
Because they don't know how to fucking do them right. Well, like I've read a few stories about people dying in sweat lodges, and they're run by like the whitest people ever.
Oh
so
yeah.
Clearly, like you have no idea what the fuck you're doing.
The kinds that have crystals and are all spiritual and shit.
And that's the wrong tribe. TUES. We fish. That's.
Yeah, Johnny's a click-clack fisherman, and I'm one of the civilized ones. So no vision quests, no war chiefs, none of that cool shit.
Yeah, you're more likely to have the war chief than I was.
Well, if we had war chiefs, I mean, we probably wouldn't have ended up in Oklahoma.
It's a Pueblo thing. They're Mystery S. They're
No, I mean, I guess I could like become a member of the Native American Church. I could get peyote that way, I guess. Like that's the only legal way you can trip balls in the U.S. is if you're part of the Native American Church. Otherwise, you got to go see like a chemist or something. It's weird.
You know,
but I've never tried peyote. That's one thing. Like I'm getting to the age now, it's like where I probably don't want to do hallucinogens anymore. You know, like oh, there's the underpass.
Yep.
You had to open the window.
No, earlier this year, I was having some real dizzy spells, and that's probably the pre-diabetes, knocking, let me know. But I realized like if I were to take like LSD or peyote, DMT, any of that Joe Rogan shit, I'd probably lose my goddamn mind. Because I can't imagine like being high for 12 hours and just imagining being like spinning around the whole time. No. Like there's a reason why I quit drinking. I don't want to experience that for an extended period of time anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, I drink occasionally anymore. It starts to hit me pretty hard. So I was like,
Well, see, my problem was that I was a social drinker and antisocial. So, yeah. Generally, it was one of those things like, it was kind of like Pringles, once you pop, you can't stop.
Exactly.
And eventually, I'd end up shark-eyed and have just a massive hangover when I wake up the next morning. And once those hangovers started lasting more than half a day, that's when I decided to just go ahead and hang up the drinking. I think my longest one lasted like 2 days. Oh, that reminds me of that joke. Mr. Yes asked Jack Daniels, Johnny Walker, Sam Adams. What's the difference between John Wayne and Jack Daniels?
What?
Jack Daniels is still killing Indians.
Fair enough. Can't say I blame him. It's a good way to go. It's a good way to go.
I just loved like when I worked at the travel plaza for the tribe. We were right next to one of the casinos, so people would come in from the casino after like they stopped serving, and they'd try and buy booze for the road. And it's like, yeah, when they stop serving, we stop serving. Like, oh come on, man! Like, it's like, come on, man! Like, motherfucker, you're the one perpetuating a stereotype, not me. Had one lady threaten to call her cousin who was on the tribal council. I was like, all right, go ahead. Like, do you want me to get the phone for you? Do you need me to dial it? I'll talk to her first if you want, And like, I'm pretty sure your cousin's going to tell you the same thing I told you. Go home and sleep it off. When I would drink, I wasn't really big on whiskey. I liked rum. It was the pirate's life for me.
That's fair. Good old pirate water.
And of course, college, we were drinking a lot of beer, beer pong and whatnot. So it was great too, because like sitting there playing beer pong, the drunker I got, the better I was getting, and it would just piss people off. By the end of the night, I'm just leaning up against the wall, on one side of the table, just throwing ping pong balls, hitting nothing but net.
Yeah. Cannibalistic Wizard says almost every native I've met was a drunk/druggie. Now, I'm not going to argue that, but to be fair, I was a functional alcoholic.
I mean, stereotypes exist for a reason. No one's denying that.
Like I said, I'm not going to argue. Because that's a lie I'm not willing to commit to.
It was pretty funny because I'm very much a happy drunk.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh yeah.
And so my friends always loved drinking with me because I was never the big bitch that our other friend was, and he would always just turn into the biggest shitbag.
I nearly started a riot at a house party one time by accident. I'm a happy drunk, right? But I'm also a shit talker.
Yeah.
And if you think I don't have a filter on me now, wait until you get a case of beer in me, And yeah, so like we were playing beer pong, and this is a house party, and me and my friends were kind of looking around like, do you know that person? Because like we went to a fairly small college, only like a couple thousand people attended. So I was like, do you know that person? I don't know that person. Have you seen that person on campus? I've never seen that person. No. And like we finally came to the realization, like a bunch of high schoolers had found out about the parties and they were crashing.
Oh.
Yeah. And like very few of the people that were at the party were over the age of 21 to begin with. And the last thing we needed was the cops getting called to Mr. Yes, I'll have to check that out later. Thank you. But we didn't want the cops getting called, because a bunch of people were going to be getting, hauled off in a paddy wagon for being underage and whatnot. But playing beer pong, and apparently this one young chick was just standing in front of the fucking fridge, and there were a bunch of people between me and the fridge to get more beers for the game, because we just won and we needed to restock. And so I asked that chick, from across the kitchen, like, hey, could you, hand me a couple beers for the next game? And she's like, your legs ain't broken. I was like, well, fuck you then. Hey, dude, do you mind grabbing a couple beers out of the fridge for me for the beer pong game? And the dude's, behind her, he's like, yeah, sure. He just, moves around her, gets in the fridge, hands me some beers. And she's not happy because I just told her to fuck off. And, so I'm just minding my own business, playing beer pong, getting progressively more shit-faced. And I go to make my way to the bathroom to pay the water bill, right? And I see that same chick going into the bathroom with a dude. And I'm like, oh, damn, dude. Like, you need help holding it or what? And I'm like, all right, well, the bathroom's occupied. I'll make my way, elsewhere. Thankfully, I'm a dude, so I found a bush outside. No big deal. Well, apparently that was her boyfriend, and he was also, like, I guess a high schooler, but, as a high school dude, he's still probably about 200 pounds. And at one point in time, I guess he got it in his head that, I've been talking mad shit to his woman all night, and he's about to do something about it. And, like, a couple of my buddies overheard him, like, talking himself up to come, like, sock me in the face. And they just post up next to me. Because I'm at this point, I'm just sitting on a stool, like, throwing ping pong balls, right? Not barely paying attention to where they're going. And my friends come to me, like, and they see, like, one eye's already shark-eyed. And, like, hey, mate, you good? You cool? Like, I got something I need to tell you. I'm like, yeah, sure, man, go ahead. What's up? Like, you see that guy over there? And he just gives a description of what the dude's wearing. It's like, I kind of, like, screw my eyes up, like, yeah, I see him. What of it? Right, that dude wants to kick your ass. What the fuck you want to do that for? And luckily for me, like the two of my friends, you know, like my teammate and one other dude, they're built like fucking brick shit houses, you know. I mean, these guys were probably 600 pounds between the two of them plus. And so like I looked like I had like private security for the rest of the night. Because like they knew like if that dude threw a punch, I was gonna throw a punch back. They didn't know how many of these other fucking kids there were friends with them, but they just assumed like the whole house was gonna get demolished. It was. I wish I remembered more that night because it sounded like a lot of fun. And that's why I quit drinking.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I think that'll be a good point to wrap up for the night. But
Alrighty.
but before we go, does anyone have any parting thoughts they'd like to give? We'll start in alphabetical order. Terry.
Yeah, if you want to see me and Johnny play Marvel, go check out his stream from yesterday. It was good fun.
All right, and Johnny.
Yes, if you want to see me be brutally beaten, go ahead and watch that one. And then there's another stream from before that where we played Blaze Blue, and I get brutally beaten on that one as well.
Excellent. There you go. Camel, what you got for us, bud?
I'll just leave you with a quote from Homer Simpson. You know, alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
That is very accurate. All right, guys, and as usual, I would like to thank you all for coming and hanging out with us. I hope you enjoyed this stream. Tomorrow is, of course, Monday for most of us, so that means TUES is expected to be hosting his usual paint stream. So if you would like to see that, be sure to keep an eye out on both our Discord and his Twitter, just to know when he's going to be going live, because it'll either be early, late, or on time. You never know with him. He's been getting pretty consistent lately, so I may have to change this up, but for now, it's still applicable. Other than that, though, guys, thank you once again for coming to hang out with us. Thank you guys for coming to join me tonight. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you all had fun. But that's it. The zoo is closed. Have a good night, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.